able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Oh, that hit him. Gets it there in time, though, so they get the first down of the inning. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Chisholm goes 5 feet 11 inches, 185 pounds, and he was born in the Bahamas. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. Close, but called the ball. And the count even 1-1.
Ball, that's out.
Right through there for a strike.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Next offering down in the dirt. One out, base is empty. Too high.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that one.
Aaron Judge.
And at first, Aaron Judge stepping in now.
Because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
We go to the bottom of the first.
Leading
and
off
now
for the
George
game,
Springer.
Right fielder, George Springer.
And that misses. And that's ball one. A little bit low. And that one fouled off. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Center field. Bellinger has a beat on it. Makes the grab. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That's in there, and that is strike one. He swings and fouls one off. On the ground to short, Volpe. And Bichette is retired.
Batting third, left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And that's in there for strike one.
Ball one. 1-1.
Two out, space is empty. Next one in the dirt. That one fouled off. Next offering is in the dirt. Ground ball up the middle. Volpe on to first, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order, scoreless after one. Top of the second.
Leading
Here's
off
Cody
for the
Bellinger.
Yankees, center fielder Cody Bellinger.
Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors. Gosman back to work. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
Just missed. That misses.
that's too high.
2-1. Next offering is fouled back. This ball's chopped on the ground. Jimenez. And Bellinger is out.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. First offering misses badly for ball one. No score here in the second. Check swing, called strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, and he went 1 and
1
2.
ball, 2 strikes.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe
Batting
the go-to
sixth,
pitch when he's looking for a
Austin
swing and
Wells.
miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Two out, space is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on.
Nope.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Rips that one to right. And the catch. And that's the third out. So the Yanks go in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
First pitch just misses.
Two balls, no strikes.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics.
Batting
Hits
fifth,
against a firm front
designated
side.
hitter,
And the
Will
hands just continue to
Wagner.
carry through the middle of the field.
And here is Will Wagner. First
Ball
pitch,
one, no
not
strike.
close. And that one wrapped foul. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Dominguez makes the catch, and there's one down.
Batting sixth, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
Oh, and he hit him.
Nice. That ball hit him.
Well, that definitely didn't come out of his hand the way that he was intending it to, and the release point was a little bit off as well.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Next pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swung on, belted, back there. And that one hops the wall. One runs in. Bellinger returns it to the infield. Runner holds it third, so just one across on the play.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
2 on, 1 out. Ernie Clement digs in now. Golden opportunity right here. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
I got a ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
One ball,
that is strike 2. Good eye right there.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And now it's filled up. into left center for a line drive base hit. One run across. In there safely. And they're up by 3.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Man at first with one gone. And now the center fielder, Nathan Lucas.
No, he's safe.
Cole checks over to first, and he's back. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
On the ground, could be 2. Acrobatic throw for 1. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We played 2 full. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And that's in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
So Goldie strikes out here.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Right through there for a strike.
Ball, that's out.
And it is 2-1. And downstairs. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Full count.
Out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Gausman throws over. Dominguez back on a dive. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed.
That's ball 2.
Man at first, 1 away. Outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That's in there. 3-2 now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball
Now
right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Volpe batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Runner on the goal.
Hey! No ball.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ball
That's
one
a ball.
there.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back.
Leading
and
off
it'll be
for
George
Toronto,
Springer to step to the
right
plate.
fielder, George Springer.
Ball
That's a
one
ball.
low.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good
Out
job of
1-0.
putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Outside low. And a count 2-1. Just
That's ball 3.
missed. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger pulls it down, and there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo.
And next for
Bichette.
Toronto, Bo Bichette. Grounded out his first time up. In there at the knees. And that's strike one. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he looks fresh out there.
0-2
Just
the count.
needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
One down, base is empty. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Now a chance for Anthony Santander. Grounded out to short in his first trip. And that clips the inside corner. Next offering is fouled back. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. But they lead it 3-0. Back now in
Leading off
Toronto.
for
Now it's the
Yankees,
second baseman,
Jazz
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm Jr.
Just
that pitch is out.
missed. Foul ball. And that's downstairs and outside. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Up the middle, Jimenez. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Got himself in great position and couldn't have played that one any better, but just stood no chance with that great speed running down the line.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He hit into a double play his first time up. And there's a ball. Judge goes 6 feet 7 inches, 32 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Chisholm on at first, nobody out.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit. And
Judge rips that one. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Jazz on his horse coming around third. He'll score.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one.
Batting,
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. Grounded out his first time up. Misses inside, and that's ball one. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Fouled off left side. And now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. So man in a scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Top half of inning number 4. That's outside.
That's out.
And the count's even at 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And that one is lifted in the air. And George makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
That misses. 1-0.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
No strike.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Judge scores. It's an RBI single, and it's a 1-run game.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And next for New York, Austin Wells. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. That one the other way. That's a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Back-to-back
Now
base
batting,
hits.
first
Just a
baseman,
really
Paul
nice approach to
Goldschmidt.
shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
One out. Runners at first and second. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Stays alive. And that one is downstairs. And the count 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Left field. Santander under it. Brings it in. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming
Now
open
batting,
instead of
left
staying
fielder,
closed.
Jason
If he
Dominguez.
does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. There's a strike at the knees.
0-1's the count.
And fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. On the ground to third, Clement. Throws across the diamond. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees 2. Bottom 4, and now the
Leading
first
off
baseman,
for the
Vladimir
Jays,
Guerrero
first
Jr.
baseman,
If you don't get ahead in the count,
Guerrero
you can forget
Jr.
about having any success against him.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Next is the designated hitter, Will Wagner. Fly to left his first time. That one outside. And that is ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Man, that slider bearing in
Now
your
batting,
hands like that, it's
the
just so
catcher,
tough to fight off. It's kind of like a
Alejandro
cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
In the air, left field, and it drops in. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Andres Jimenez. Doubled in his first AB. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. One gets a check swing. Appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. Blue Jays held in check, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. New inning getting started, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. Gausman back to work. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
You know, these Yankees finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of...
Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Now at the plate, Anthony Volpe out in front and foul to the left side. That misses, and now it's even 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And now it's 1-2. And just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And now Jazz Chisholm Jr. and ball 1. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brendan Little, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Sandlin, the right-hander, also getting loose. Late swing, foul to the left. Gausman throws over. Cabrera back in on a dive. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cabrera, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. This guy with light tower power. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. Across is the runner from first. It's 3-3.
Well, here we are,
Now
third
batting,
time through
the
the
center
order, and this
fielder,
is where
Cody
we see the
Bellinger.
OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kevin Gausman makes way, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
New
for the
pitcher
Blue
now
Jays.
for the Jays, Brendan Little.
Number 54.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Bellinger up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Fought off foul. And a swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But an RBI triple gets the Yankees a run. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Back here at Rogers Center,
Leading
John
off
Sciambi
for
with
the
my buddy
Jays,
Chris Singleton.
third
It's set to
baseman,
get us started.
Ernie
Bottom 5,
Clement.
Ernie Clement. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive
Now
that finds a
batting,
glove,
the
but you
center
will
fielder,
get some high fives. You know, when you make great
Lucas.
contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here's the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Next pitch is outside. That's down and in. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Fouled off. He was late. It's a K from the Coltrane. Back to the leadoff
Now
spot in the
batting,
Blue Jays
the right
lineup.
fielder,
There's George Springer.
George Springer.
First
1-0.
pitch is in the dirt. That catches the corner. And a foul ball. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning, and now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch. You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia getting ready to go. Green warming up as well. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one.
Catcher,
nice line drive to the pull side. Headed out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 1 for 2. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Yeah, that skips into dirt. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Go ahead run at second, and we're at the top half of the 6th. And a ball and 2 strikes. Outside with a breaking ball. Next one misses, and it's 3-2. Paul Goldschmidt in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Man at second. That one 95 to finish him off.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Paul Goldschmidt now. Tap foul at the plate. That's in there, and that's strike 2. Stanton, the runner at second with one away. In the dirt, but kept close. And the runner holds. Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2. Swing and a chopper. Fires over to Guerrero, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Now batting, left fielder Jason Dominguez.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Dominguez getting ready to hit. A switch hitter batting right. And that one fouled off. 2 outs.
Yeah. No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Bo Bichette. Ball 1 there.
Ball 1, no strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. And another ball. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And that drops in for a strike. That one close, ruled a ball. And 1-1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Fernando Cruz getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Weaver also throwing. And a count 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
Guerrero goes after that one for strike 1. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him swinging. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Will Wagner now at the plate. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Bichette leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball down.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. 1 left for Toronto. Score remains tied at 3.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Jimmy Garcia.
Jimmy Garcia.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Garcia, a righty that throws with power. 34-year-old vet. He joined the team as a free agent. In the air, left side. Santander settles under it. And there's one down. Anthony Volpe will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Right through there for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. Springer there makes the catch. Out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman
Jazz Chisholm Jr. The next to hit. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. And a 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Just missing there. The count now 2-2.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Yanks held in check. Still tied 3-3.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Fernando Cruz.
Fernando Cruz.
And now for the Jays,
Leading
Alejandro
off for the
Kirk.
Jays, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's a little bit low. On the ground, out to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Blue Jays, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one in there across the left.